Hey everybody, I'm Anthony, and over here, maybe,
is fumbling. Holy crap. There he is. There's Juan.
what the hell happened, Juan?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Oh my god, this is what's happening this week at Myrtle Beach Games.
So, first game.
Okay,
Hopefully.
we're actually ready now,
Hopefully.
Juan? Okay, cool.
Hopefully. Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Yeah, so this is a restock. We were out of it for a while. We had one of the expansions. It was one of those games where we had an expansion on the shelf and not the actual game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for Castles of Mad King Ludwig and Between Two Castles. Like there's two different games. This is a combination of those two games. I can't find the split versions of the game, but at least we got this one. And from everything I've been told, this is the better of the three. So come down and grab it.
The Carcassonne, a big box.
Yeah, it's already spoken for.
Right.
But I will order another one. So probably, even though this one's spoken for, by the time you see this, I'll have another one anyway. So Carcassonne big box. This is the way to buy Carcassonne. You want all the expansions? It's still cheaper than just buying all the expansions. It's crazy the deal you get on this.
And there is Katan, the extension, 5 to 6 player extension. I read that backwards.
Yeah, you totally screwed that up. But yeah, 5 and 6 player expansion for Katan. There's another Katan expansion in there someplace, I think.
Starfarers.
Starfarer. Oh, that's not an expansion. That is actually my favorite Katan.
Oh.
That Katan is the least Katan of all Katans. It's more board gamey than regular Katan. Regular Katan's kind of a tile placement strategy game, where this one has a little bit more board game mechanics. So, super fun. Yeah, I can't believe we were out of this. It's a great game. I mean, we should have been out of it, but people are finally starting to realize we have it, I guess, because we had like 5 or 6 copies, and they all pretty much went in the last like month and a half. So I'm glad people are finally understanding that this is a really good game.
Betrayal, Baldur's Gate.
Okay, yep. This is a restock. We haven't had this since Betrayal got yanked away from us by Hasbro. This one, I actually like this better than regular Betrayal. Regular Betrayal, after playing Mansions of Madness, is kind of boring. To me, anyway. This one, at least with the D&D skin on it, it seems different. It's not. But to me, psychologically, it's different. There are extra mechanics, D&D mechanics, and I don't know, it's not just in a mansion, it's kind of on the streets, and then in a building, and then in the cellar. So it's like multi-level instead of just 2 levels from the mansion, I believe it was.
My personal favorite, and my goal of 2023 to finally finish, Dungeon. I need to finish my custom version.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I mean, this is just classic. I played this when I was a wee lad.
I played it when I was a kid too. There's been like a bunch of different updates to it.
I haven't played the newest version. I don't know, man. Like, this is, if you got kids in their just before teens, you know what I mean, and you want to get them into board games, and you want to get them into maybe role playing, although there's no role playing in this game. You know what I mean? But at least give them the feel of a fantasy game. This is the game.
It's also easy to play with family.
Yes.
Like, just with family has no interest in Dungeons and Dragons, you can get them to play this game.
Yeah, it is an awesome game. So I actually I took home Hero Quest this past week, and it's been a long time since I played Hero Quest. And I remember when I was a kid, and it was Hero Quest and Warhammer Quest. And I hated Hero Quest because Warhammer Quest seemed so much better. It had more versatility and able to do more things with it. It actually turned into a role-playing game later on. But now I'm looking at Hero Quest because, if you want Warhammer Quest, like the real Warhammer Quest, that's like a $700-800 game. You have to find it on eBay, and parts are missing. It's kind of crazy. But now looking at Hero Quest, yeah, it's simpler. Sometimes these simple games are just super fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need 1,000 pieces that you have to keep track of and all that. You just sit down and play a game, and the strategy is there. You know what I mean? It's not like it's brainless. It's just less to keep track of, and just to have a little bit more fun.
Like games are supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's what they.
Now I understand. Like games have become complicated.
Yeah.
For a reason, because, you want more out of it. You want more stuff represented. There's no difference between character classes other than, there's only slight differences. It kind of feels generic after a while. It doesn't matter what character you're playing. So obviously when you play Gloomhaven, which is the logical end progression of that, there's a lot more to keep track of because each character has to feel different. Right. You know what I mean? And combat has to work differently for that character, and that character has to. So I get it, and it's great. It's great, and Gloomhaven's way better than HeroQuest. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot more to keep track of, and it's harder to get non-gamers into it. Where I think I can sit down with my family tomorrow and play HeroQuest, and they'd have fun. I kind of miss the simpler times. So anyway, I went off on a tangent. Let's go to the next one.
Then there is Lords of Waterdeep, the board game.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't have this for a while, and I didn't even realize it. This is classic. Like, you should get the Scoundrels of Skullport expansion when you buy the game. I know I'm asking you to spend an extra however much money, but them two together is just an unbeatable game. It's great.
The Arkham Horror Files, Elder Sign, Unseen Forces expansion, and the Omens of Ice expansion.
Yeah. Again, I'm just amazed at some of the games that have been selling this summer. Like, we had these games on our shelves for years, these expansions on our shelves for years, and they never went anywhere. But now they're going. I have a feeling that's the economy. The economy is really pushing some of these games because they're a little bit less expensive. The Elder Sign games compared to Arkham Horror and Mansions of Madness, people just need something to do at home because they can't afford to go out anymore.
And if they're cheap, they're more likely to buy another one.
Right, exactly.
Hint, wizards.
Yeah. Yeah, wizards.
Maybe fix that price and you'd sell more stuff.
Yeah.
Exploding Kittens, Recipes for Disaster, Exploding Kittens Not Safe for Work Edition, and the brand new Exploding Kittens Good vs. Evil.
So the Good vs. Evil is based on a Netflix cartoon?
I didn't know there was one.
I didn't know either. I need to see this cartoon. I'm going to go home and watch it tonight, actually. The Good vs. Evil looks more 1v1, but I think it's still the original game. They just added stuff to it. You know how Exploding Kittens does it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, so I don't know.
Really Loud Librarians.
Yes, that is one of them. So that game, if I remember correctly, so that game is a race game.
It's a word shouting board game.
Yeah, it's a race game. So basically, you flip over a card, and it has a subject, and you're on the track, and on the track is a letter. So you have to shout out a word based on that subject that begins with the letter on the track. If you're the first to shout it out, you move up the track, and you do 2 laps around the track. First person around the track twice wins. Kind of interesting, simplistic. Again, we're getting into the sometimes those simple games, like all those simple games, are just fun to play. This game surprised me, and I guess this is where I realized that I missed the simpler games. Because I was watching Sean and Dee and a couple other people playing this game, and these are hardcore board gamers. Like Sean introduced me to games like Dungeon Lords, which is like a pretty heavy game. He introduced me to Agricola, Cyclades, like these big games. And then I see him playing just one and just having a blast. And I'm watching him play it, and it's like, this game is stupid simple. I don't even know why you had to pay $30 to buy the game, because it's really that easy.
Yeah.
But it's super fun. It's super fun, and like I said, I kind of missed the simpler games sometimes.
Heck, I remember how many years ago was that we shot that video for that Face Off game.
Right.
That game is so simple, but it is like the most fun thing in the world because it's so awkward and it's funny. Someone does something stupid and it's just simple human interaction. Yeah,
exactly. I think we need more like that. Even if some of these big games incorporated some of these simple game like as side things to do. So anyway.
Here, kitty kitty.
I don't know what that one is.
It has little kittens in it.
I have said this 1,000 times. If it has cats on it, it sells, so I buy it.
It's like every other week, I swear, the theme's on here. The Isle of Cats.
Yeah. So this is our go-to, because this game is phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. This is our go-to for people who want a family game, but also want a game that isn't, a kid's game, because it has 2 modes. You can play it as a family game, kids game type of game, or you can play it full-on, adult strategy game. You know what I mean? The theme stays the same, and it's still just as fun. It's just people who want, dumb it down and play with the young kids, and people who want to, when the kids aren't there, want to play a good game. So that's why that's why you see it all the time, because there's more people like that now than ever. People who have had kids and now they're turning like 6, 7, 8 years old. People who started coming here when they were teenagers, and now they have 7 or 8 year olds. Right. So that's who we've been selling these to. Nobody's ever disappointed in this game.
Hive, a game buzzing with possibilities.
Yeah, another game that we haven't seen in forever that just popped up from one of our vendors. I've never played it. This is just like a super tile, a super easy tile placement game that all ages can play. Another simple game. People seem to love it. I play Quirkle. You ever play Quirkle?
Why does that sound really familiar?
Yeah, you've played it. It's got all the shapes and colors, and they have to match. You get 5 shapes together, or all 5 shapes in the same color. That's called a Quirkle, and you start adding up points and stuff. This is very similar. It's just a tile placement game, strategy game,
King of Tokyo and King of Tokyo Power-Up.
Okay, so the Power-Up I never knew existed. I don't know exactly what it does. I didn't really look at it.
I think it's just basically an expansion for it. It gives you like a giant Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. I mean, King of Tokyo's another great game. And then this next one I didn't know existed either.
King of New York?
Yeah.
How? Even I knew that one existed.
Really? I didn't know. We've never had it before. Maybe because the box looks so similar.
Yeah.
That I just skipped it. Like, why is this listed twice? know? But apparently, yeah. So I bought that with their Power-Up as well.
Another cat game. Ninja Cat Cucumber Attack, the card game. The slap-happy game of weapons-wielding ninja cats and cucumbers.
It's cats.
Ninja cats.
Ninja cats. Like, it's got to be better.
Yeah.
Ninjas are great. Cats are great. Put them together.
All right. This game was on last week. Not Enough Mana, a potion-drinking card game of wizardly struggles, educated choices, and regret when choices backfire.
Yeah, we immediately sold out of that. So the way this game works, I thought it was 1 mana per shot. It's 3 mana per shot. Once we figured it out, like, oh my god, 1 mana per shot, well, you would die.
Yeah.
But 3 mana per shot. And that, sometimes you still have to take 2 shots a turn to cast your hand out. It is the most ingenious drinking game ever made, in my opinion. It's going to get you drunk. I mean, if your goal is to sit down, have fun, and get drunk, this is the game that's going to get you there.
Pooh, the card game.
So, Wiznut, Dave Wiznut. His last name isn't Wiznut. We just call him Wiznut. This is his favorite game, and I usually don't order it. It's about monkeys throwing poo at each other. If you can't tell from the cover.
Yeah.
It's his favorite game, so I decided to. He was here playing Zombicide with me, and I saw it pop up on my vendor's webpage. I'm like, oh, well, they have it, so I'm just going to order it. Next time he's here, he can have a little nostalgia. Although, now that we're talking about it, those 2 copies that we got will probably sell this week.
It's monkeys and poo. I mean...
Yeah.
Zombicide Iron Maiden pack number 1, 2, and 3.
Oh my god, this is so awesome. So this is a good time to remind everybody that Derek Riggs, the guy who originated Eddie on the cover of Iron Maiden, will be here on the 24th. We'll have a video about that probably every week, for the next 3 weeks. But because I'm super excited about it. So this is all the Eddies that they could do. I mean, there's some of them I like Wicker Man. I was like, why did you do that one? That's not even a good. It's not even Derek Riggs. Yeah. So it's the original. Well, no, I'm sorry. The original was an exclusive. We don't have that one. But it's Killers. There's no Number of the Beast, which I thought was really weird. Killers, Peace of Mind, Power Slave, a couple different Power Slave ones. There's no Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, which makes sense because there's like half an Eddie. But it's a couple from the from Somewhere in Time. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. If you're not an Iron Maiden fan, you don't know what I'm talking about. But these things are awesome. And, you know, if you're an Iron Maiden fan, it's worth buying them even if you don't play Zombicide. If you're a Zombicide player, these things are incredible. It's not just for Zombicide, by the way. It's also, some of them are for Massive Darkness. There's some stuff for
Cthulhu,
Death May Die, Ankh. They cross over. You know, some of them aren't even for regular Zombicide. They're only for Invader. Some are for Black Plague. Some are for all three. It's really cool. If you're into Zombicide, you have to have it. If you're into Iron Maiden, you have to have it. So basically, you have to have it. Just come buy them.
It's a no-brain crossover too.
Yeah.
It's like,
yep.
Just makes sense. And then one of my favorite pastimes is Zombie Dice.
Zombie Dice. So apparently they've re-released this several different ways. This is the original, I'm assuming.
Well, they're both there. That and the Horde Edition.
So the Horde Edition is basically, it just has the bus and the Santa Claus, I think, in it.
Okay.
Have you ever played with the bus?
Yeah, I have them separate. Okay. It's like I didn't know they put them into one thing.
Yeah, they just put them, so they don't sell them separately anymore.
Oh.
So it's just Zombie Dice or Zombie Dice Horde Edition that has all the expansions they made, which is just 2. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of cool. I love Zombie Dice. There we go again. Juan, it's one of those simple games.
Yep.
It's a push your luck game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just simple and it's fun to play, and you can just basically get anybody to play it. Like if you sit down with Zombie Dice and you say, "Hey, play Zombie Dice with me," you know, well, I don't know how to play it. I'll explain it to you in like 1.5 minutes, and then we'll play. You know, again, you know, simple games. Simple games win.
Even though I admittedly don't know how to actually play it. Super Fight, the green deck, and the challenge deck 2.
I mean, you know how to play it.
I know how I play it. I don't know how they want me to play it.
Okay, so here's how they want you to play it. So you draw 2 cards from each deck, and you build your hero, and then you argue that hero. That's the only difference. Literally the only difference. So we just play. You pick a card, go. So you're forced to play whatever randomness you got. So I like the randomness. Yeah. But again, super simple game, super fun to play. Another game that you can turn into a drinking game pretty easily. I mean, it's just, again, simple games win. Mm-hmm. Simple games win.
A lot of expansions for it.
Yep.
A lot.
Hard to get them all. There is a lot. And Juan's got them all.
I do. Power Grid.
So, unbelievably, this is a reprint of Power Grid. It has been off the grid for, oh God, I don't even know. I'd say I have not seen it available for me to purchase to put in the store for probably 10 years. It has never been in Myrtle Beach Games. Last time I had it was across the street from the high school as White Widow. I'm pretty excited to see this back because this game is really, really good. It's a classic. This is one of those games that goes with the Katan, Carcassonne, Ticket to Ride base introduction to heavy board gaming. Come check this out. If you're just trying to get into board games, I'll come in and we'll talk to you about these 4 games and what they mean and how they work as far as getting into board gaming.
Scythe Encounters.
What is it called?
Scythe Encounters.
I'm lost. Say that again in English.
I think it's an expansion because this game always comes up. Scythe Encounters.
Oh, okay. Scythe. Okay. I thought you were saying Dice Encounters. I'm like, what the are you talking about, Juan? All right. So Scythe Encounters is an expansion. It's a very, very small expansion. It's good luck finding it on the shelf. Anyway, yeah. Scythe Encounters. Another restock. So this is one we got in a few weeks ago. Great kids game. Also, I mean, it's also a great game for adults, but it's really a kids game, and it's super fun. It's, the sheep hop into the pen. It's kind of, yeah. This is the coaster game. It's just a bunch of coasters in a box. I don't know how it works. Joe Black is the one that introduced me to this game for the store, and he used to talk it up. He loved it. Apparently, it's another one of those super easy games that they probably designed in a bar. That's why it's on coasters.
So wrong, it's right. 1 question, 5 answers.
This is a restock.
Yes.
It's a party game. I'm not exactly sure how this game works. Oh, you're looking for the worst answer, right? You ask a question, you're looking for the worst answer, and it's sort of like Cards Against Humanity, but you're actually trying to answer it wrong.
Yeah, the front of the box says, which city is known as the Big Apple. The examples are: got it, New York. Flip it, York New. Switch it, you Nork. Ditch it, ooh orc. Not it, Paris.
Oh, so it's not like anything like what I was saying. I got you. I remember having this this thing with Philip. We talked about this game, and he explained it to me, and I still didn't get it.
Captain Sonar.
Restock. This game is great. If you have 8 people, 6 to 8 people. Anything less than that, it gets kind of weird. You know, it's basically a team-based game. So you know, one side versus the other, and you're both in submarines, and your sonar operator's trying to tell you where to go to find the other submarine so you can shoot them down. And the captain is shouting out orders, 3 west. And the sonar guy on the other side is listening to what the captain on this side is saying, and making marks, trying to figure out exactly where they are. And once you hone in on them, you fire your missile. Game is great. Especially if you like to talk.
Wow, this is the one I didn't realize was Exploding Kittens. Without fail. So this game is, so basically, card is pulled, right? And the card says something like, drink a glass of water, or drink an ounce of water, right? If you do that, you get a point. But what happens is, once you pull that, the other players get to bid on making it harder. Drink 2 glasses of water. I think he can drink 2 glasses of water. I think he can drink 7 glasses of water. I think he can drink 7 glasses of water while upside down. And whoever comes up with the craziest one, that's the one you have to do. And if you do it, you both get points. You and the guy who bid the highest. If you don't do it, the other team gets points. A game of easy challenges made horribly difficult by your friends.
Right. It looks pretty interesting. Another that's, like you said, Exploding Kittens. Simple. Could get dangerous, though. Yeah. Make sure you're playing with, intelligent people.
Yeah. More cats. Wizard Kittens.
Wizard Kittens. Another one. We used to have this a long time ago, and I couldn't get it restocked. So apparently GTS is just trying to take over the board game world. All these games that have disappeared, they're starting to come back to GTS. And where they used to be Alliance, but now they're all coming back to GTS. So I'm pretty excited about the direction GTS is going.
Legendary, a Marvel deck building game.
Yeah, I thought we needed this, but we didn't.
But now you need this.
What?
Now they need this.
Yeah, now you guys need it. I have an extra one, so come get this one.
Marvel Champions, Valkyrie.
Yep, just restocking. There's some new ones coming out soon, but this is just a restock of some heroes that we sold out of.
Couple different Marvel Crisis Protocols.
All restocks. Nothing new has come out.
We have Nick Fury Sr., yep. Howling Commandos, Rogue and Gambit,
yep.
Web Warriors Affiliation Pack. So you get Spider-Man, looks like Spider-Girl, Venom, Heimdall? No
idea.
Heimdall. Heimdall. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And Scourge. And then Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and then Malekith.
That Malekith model is so sweet looking. I mean, all the models are good. That's the one thing about Crisis Protocol. Yeah, those are good looking models. The same as the Star Wars Shadowpoint, size and style, but so cool.
Star Wars Shadowpoint, we are Brave Squad Pack and Fistful of Credit.
Okay, Fistful of Credits is the Cad Bane one.
Yep.
Super excited for that. And we are Brave. Who is that?
It's Naboo. It's Padme, her royal guard, handmaidens. It's basically Padme and the palace handmaidens.
Oh, that's gotta suck. I don't know how that, that's got to be terrible. I'm going to get it, of course, but...
Yeah. It's not even the palace guards, it's the handmaidens.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Maybe if they're little spies?
It doesn't work, though.
I don't know.
Wow. All right. That's an odd choice. There's so many other things you could have come out with. I mean, you could have put Padme with a younger Anakin or something. I don't know. Or that's a bad choice.
Or some Republic soldiers or something.
Yeah.
That would have been something.
Jesus. All right. Whatever.
Star Wars Armada.
The base set. Yeah. We didn't have the base set. We have a whole bunch of Armada stuff and no base set. So we got a couple base sets.
And not base set, but Star Wars X-Wing TIE. I can't read that. S something bomber and the YT-240 light.
Yep, just filling up the shelves, stuff we haven't had in a while, stuff that moves pretty quickly. XWing is my favorite minis game. Now I'm going to go out here after we're done filming in 3 minutes, and I'm going to be playing Shadowpoint. But XWing is still my favorite. Always will be. It's just a great system.
More Star Wars. Star Wars Legion.
Yep.
B2 Super Battle Droids, Phase 2 Clone Troopers, Rebel Veterans, all unit expansions.
Mm-hmm.
Ewok Warriors, ARC Troopers, Stormtroopers, Eunuch. Game of Thrones. Unit expansion.
Okay.
Cassian Andor and K250 Commander expansion and the Boba Fett Operative expansion. And these are all Commander expansions. Clone Commander Cody, Law Grey and Wicket, and Grandmaster Yoda.
Yeah, you're having a hard time talking about Yeah, we needed a lot of Legion stuff. These minis are sweet too. They're a little smaller than the Shadowpoint minis, and there's a lot more options. And you can buy just one. So even the people who don't play the game get these minis. That's why we sell out of them so quickly.
Pokemon Obsidian Flames Build and Battle Stadium.
Yeah, we got a few of those in. I don't go crazy on these. We got 4 of them. They'll probably be gone today. Well, maybe not. They're pretty expensive. They're $60. All the Wilds of Eldraine stuff. So yeah, we're getting plenty of set boosters. We're getting draft boosters. We're getting collector boosters and bundles. Oh, did you put bundles on there?
No, but just imagine there's bundles on the screen.
Okay, and there's bundles, and the obviously the commander decks. So now every set comes with commander decks. Some of these commander decks, one of these commander decks is really good. I don't know, which drives me crazy because there's probably 4 of them.
There's only 2.
There's only 2. That's good.
Virtue and Valor and Fey Dominion.
Okay, so one of them is supposed to be really good, which means I'm going to have a whole bunch of the other one.
One is buff your creature. It's probably going to be the Fey Dominion because it's fairies.
The fairies. Yeah, that's the one. The fairies.
Yeah, that's going to be the one that sells out.
Yep, it's going to sell out quick, and then I'm going to have a whole bunch of the other one, and it's just going to sit there.
Bunch of accessories coming in, like these awesome Batman Dragon Shield sleeves.
You are just hyped on these.
I'm loving it. It's like a sketch.
Shields.
It's like a pencil sketch.
So here's the other deal. Here's the thing with these Dragon Shields, though. So Dragon Shields, as of September 1st, is raising their prices. I'm going to get one more order of Dragon Shields in before the price raise goes up, and then I'm going to sell down to practically nothing before I reorder. So I'm going to try and keep the price at $11 for as long as I can, even though the price is actually $12 according to Dragon Shield. I don't know what they're going up to. I would assume $13 or $14. If you need Dragon Shields, you're going to need to run down here and grab them if you want to, get the lower price.
And get your binders, get all that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And we got binders coming from GameGenics.
Yep.
Pretty much every size. We got the 4x4s, the 3x3s, and the 4x3s. So all coming in, all zip ups. I don't buy anything but zip ups.
All right. Yep. That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it. All right. Well, since that was it, I'm Anthony.
And I'm on.
And that's what's happening this week in Myrtle Beach Games. I'll see you next week.